ముందుగా ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులకు మరియు వారి తల్లిదండ్రులకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజీలో చైర్మన్. నేను ఈ రోజు 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మాట్లాడడం జరుగుతుంది. అది ఏమిటనగా, మనందరికీ తెలుసు, గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా కరోనా కారణంగా విద్యార్థులు ఎటువంటి పరీక్షలు రాయకుండానే పై తరగతులు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫలితంగా ఐఐటి జేఈ మరియు నీట్ లాంటి జాతీయ స్థాయి పరీక్షలను సాధించడం కష్టతరం అవుతుంది. దీనిని అధిగమించడానికి మరియు 10వ తరగతి పరీక్షలో అత్యధిక మార్కులు సాధించడానికి నేను మీ ముందుకు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ద్వారా అనుభవజ్ఞులైన అధ్యాపకులచే ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులు, హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్ మరియు గత ప్రశ్నపత్రాల సమాధానాల విశ్లేషణ ఇవ్వబడును. కాబట్టి నేను విద్యార్థులకు చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులను మరియు హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్లను క్లాస్ రూమ్లో కూర్చొని చదువుకున్నంత సీరియస్గా చదువుకోవాలను. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటనగా, ఈ యొక్క క్లాసులు విన్న వెంటనే అర్థం చేసుకొని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయవలను. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే కేవలం చదవడం కాదు, పేపర్ మీద రాయవలను. అలాగైతే గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీంతో పాటు మీ యొక్క నాలెడ్జ్ని పరీక్షించుకున్న కొరకు త్వరలో ప్రీ ఫైనల్ పరీక్షలు కూడా నిర్వహించబడు. ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలని 10th చదివే విద్యార్థులకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను.
My dear students, I have come up with one more video under the same human eye and colorful world. We studied the different kind of the processes in the light about reflection, refraction and their dispersion of light. Am I right? And there also we studied about the different kind of the defects and all this we studied. Today we are going to see in this the final process, that is the scattering of light. What is the scattering of light? The scattering of light is a complex phenomenon. There we can see that the basic processes are there in this. Atoms and molecules they absorb this light. There are different kind of atoms and molecules are there in the nature, then whether they may be of solid, liquid or gases. All these atoms and molecules, they absorb the light, and some part of the light only they emit back into the medium with different intensities. As the intensity that is changing and colors also different, how this kind of effect is formed. ఈ ఎఫెక్ట్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్గా ఎట్లా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అనేది మనం చూద్దాం. ఇక్కడ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ లైట్ డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ ద సైజ్ ఆఫ్ ద మాలిక్యూల్ ఆర్ ఆటమ్. How does it depend? If the size is very smaller, frequency is higher and wavelength is lower. That we can observe here. And I repeat, effect of light depends on size of molecule or atom. If the size of the molecule or atom is smaller, frequency will be higher and wavelength is smaller. As wavelength changes, we know that different colors are produced. Here also we consider that certain frequency of light incident on an atom. The atom comes into what, whenever the light falls on that atom starts to vibrate. When the atom is started vibrating, the atom comes into vibration due to the light intensity. As energy hits that atom is the very smallest particle, it starts into vibration. It starts its vibration. And this in turn release or re-emits the light in all directions with different intensities. When the light enters into that white light and atoms and they vibrate and they re-emits that releases out that energy in all directions with different intensities. That is what taking place. What is the intensity of light actually? What is the intensity of light? This is that energy of light passing through unit area of a plane. This is that the intensity of light is more. This is the energy of light passing through unit area of light, and which is taken normal to that surface, and in 1 second how much energy is passing, we call it as its intensity. Let us consider one free atom or the molecule. Whenever the light of certain intensity falls on that atom or molecule, This atom or the molecule responds to the light whenever size of atom or molecule comparable to that wavelength of light, it vibrates. Here we are taking that a small atom, there we are taking that a small atom, whenever the light ray falls on that, sunlight or whatever the energy is passing on that, then what happens? It releases out that energy, some part of that energy in all direction after receiving light. The same energy, it reflects that energy in all directions with different intensities. And what is the condition for all this here? The molecule, they respond whenever the size of atom or molecule is comparable to that wavelength of light. Comparable to that wavelength of light, that this atom or molecule has to cooperate. Then basing on that, the light will be, if this condition is satisfied, the light will be transmitted and emitted from this atom or molecule. Due to these vibrations, the atom re-emits a certain fraction of the absorbed energy in all directions. This re-emitted light only, we call it as scattered light. This re-emitted light only in all the surrounding medium, it passes through that surrounding medium. In that, in all directions, this is that differently we call it as a scattering of light. The atom where the light is focused and scattered the light, we call that as what? Scattering center we call. This is that scattering center. Let us take an angle theta. How does it change? Incident light in the direction of intensity of light is observed. We call this angle as angle of what? Scattering. Angle of scattering we have to call. This angle of scattering, this is experimentally observed that intensity of the light is what? It is scattered. Light changes as per the angle of scattering. This light changes as the angle of scattering. The intensity is maximum at 90 degrees angle of scattering. Strength is maximum when the angle of scattering is 90 degrees, means it emits back into that for 90 degrees, making with the normal, then intensity of that means brightness is maximum. That's why this is the reason for the appearance of clear blue color when look at the sky in the direction perpendicular to the direction of sun rays. When sun rays are falling like that perpendicularly from the sky, when we observe perpendicularly the sky through that sun rays in the directions, then the sky appears what? The blue color. That is the reason. I repeat the same. Appearance of the clear blue color of the sky is what? Due to that our line of sight, our observation angle is 90 degrees to the sun rays. Because of that, the sun rays, the sky appeared as what? Blue. As the angle of view is changed, the intensity of the blue color also will change. Intensity means not color changes, intensity of the color changes. Now you see, that's why from morning to noon it is in one color, from noon to that evening in sunset the color is, intensity of that blue color is different. And scattering centers are responsible for the blue color of the sky that we already said to you. The atmosphere contains different types of atoms or the molecules if it contains. The blue sky is due to the molecules of N2 and O2. That is the point we have to remember. The main blue color appearance of the light is what? Due to that different atoms and molecules what we studied. But this blue color of the sky is particularly because of what? Nitrogen and oxygen. Because that is only that in the more quantity they present in air, in atmosphere. And when the sizes of these molecules are compared to wavelength of the blue light, it is comparable to that. Then these molecules act as the scattering centers for the scattering of the blue light. Because of that only it changes and it shows us what? The blue color. And atmosphere, why that square appears white sometimes then? That is one more question. This is one important question. Why it appears like that means atoms of atmosphere in these different atoms are present in that. As per that the material or the place wherever it is appeared. That is why when we go to that some other places, then it appears the sky and that surroundings appears very, very pleasant and beautiful. Why it appears like that? Then according to the sizes of the different atoms and molecules, then this light rays from the sun, they also focused on them, they scatter in different colors as per the sizes of atoms or the molecules. When the elements are different in particular area, then they releases out from the trees, animals, rocks and soil, from all that different elements are released into that. Their sizes are different, as the sizes are different, and so scattering of light also changes. That is why these are all the different colors which appears for us. And size of the water molecule is greater than the size of N2 or O2. Then it is water molecule acts as what a scattering center for other frequencies which are lower than frequency of the blue light. Blue light lower than that, it scatters in the differently, water molecule when we take. Then here on a hot day, due to rise in temperature, water vapor centers into this water vapor, it enters into the atmosphere, which leads to that what abundant presence of water molecules in the atmosphere. As the temperature increases, it releases out more amount of the water molecules into the atmosphere. These water molecules scatter these colors of the other frequency other than blue. There, because more than N2 and O2 which are responsible for the blue color, water molecules are present in that atmosphere. Therefore, all such colors of other frequency, they reach your eye and sky appears as white. We know different colors, when they combine, white color is formed. Then here also we are taking the same for the reason of why this forms as white, sky is appeared as white, because water molecules are more, water molecules scatters except blue, remaining all colors into the sky, into the atmosphere, and because of that sky appears in white color.
Hello students, myself Sunil Kumar Badal. I have done my BTech from IIT Kanpur. Here at K. Venkanna classes, I teach chemistry. So right now I know you all are busy with your board exam preparation, but let me ask you a question. Suppose you want to be a cricketer. Who would you choose your coach, a cricketer or a wrestler? Answer is definitely cricketer. So in the same way here, we are the group of IITians, NITian and doctor. So if you really want to crack or get a seat into IIT, NIT or any top medical colleges, come here and join us. What are you waiting for? Thank you.
Now we can take that all different kind of the materials. What is the reason for the appearance of the red color of the sun during sunrise and sunset? That is one more question I am giving you, that you observe very clearly. In this here, atmosphere contains free molecules of atoms with different sizes. It appears different sizes. These molecules and atoms, they scatter the light in different wavelengths and which are comparable to their size. Molecules having a size that is comparable to that wavelength of red light is less in that any other color in atmosphere. We know that red color has more wavelength. Scattering of red light is less because it has more intensity and more wavelength. That is why when compared to that other colors of atom, the light from the sun needs to travel more distance in atmosphere during sunrise and sunset, more distance, sunrise, sunset to reach our eye. In the morning and evening times, then sunlight, it has to travel more distance, but which light has more wavelength, that enters into our eye first. That is why Red light, it cannot scatter than as compared to that other colors. That's why only red light it enters into our eye. Whenever it reaches us, the sun, it appears red, and the sky also appears red during that sunset and sunrise. This is the reason why it appears like that. Why it is not red in noon time? It is very easy. Nooners in noon time at 12 o'clock, but it is not in red color. Why it is so? We can understand very easily how it is. The distance to be traveled by the sun rays in atmosphere is less that compared to morning and evening hours. Therefore, all colors reach our eye without much scattering, hence sun appears, it is white during noon hours. That is the reason behind that. And here these are the different kind of the phenomenon, different problems we studied in this chapter. I hope you understood all these videos, you enjoyed all these videos. I hope and you can score well in examination. I say that all the best to you, and by using these videos, and more better we prepare all these videos, and these videos may be very good hopefully, and it will be helpful to you. I hope you understood all this with the help of that neat diagrams, and you can enjoy that all these videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for closing this video on all this chapter. Contact that K. Venkana Junior College, Tarnaka, and whenever you have the doubts, which is nearer to the second bus station. Thanks for watching. All the best, children.